We recording? We good? I think we're good. I don't even know if this mic's connected. I don't think it is, but whatever. I think it's using the computer mic and not this mic. 10:32 at night. I'm not trying to figure it out. We'll roll with it. Finally got my kid down to sleep. All right, now I can record a video. You gotta love it. Okay, so is it 10-7 or 11-7? It's 11-7. Okay, where's my pen? Great start. My sword. Aha. Okay, so we got factoring, the hard kind of factoring, right? 11-6 was cheat code factoring. We had difference of two squares, and we had what do we had? We had perfect trinomials, right? Okay, so we don't have cheat codes this time. Okay, so pay attention. Remember, if you don't know how to FOIL, we're gonna be lost. Right? I can't really help you. I mean, math, remember, it builds on itself. One step leads to another. If you don't get that bottom step, you're falling. Okay? I didn't get any questions or messages about the first day of factoring, so hopefully everybody's good. Okay, so first step when you do factoring, always start by drawing your two sets of parentheses. Why do you do that? I don't know. It's a pet peeve of mine. It gets our brains thinking in the right mindset. Right away, you know you're going to have x and x in the first two slots, right? Because we want to get x squared. Okay, but we need to figure out what goes in the last two slots. Here's how you do it. Okay, through addition or subtraction, we need to look at the factors of 6 that can get me to 5. Okay, for example, 1 and 6. Can 1 and 6 get me to 5 through addition or subtraction? Right? Well, 6 minus 1, you say, equals 5. But here's the deal. If I make one of these positive 6 and one of these negative, this is guess and check method if you haven't heard this before. If I make one of these positive 6 and one of them negative 1, I'm going to get a negative 6 for my last term. So we know that can't work. Okay, so scratch that off. Okay, what are the other factors of 6? We have 2 and 3, and that's it, right? Now, I want to get to a positive 6, so both these terms have to be positive. Okay. Why do they have to be positive? Well, I have a positive 5, and I have a positive 6. So I have positive middle term and positive last term means they both have to be positive. Okay. Okay, so now let's double check. Let's FOIL and double check. First, outer, inner, last. See if we got it right. So first is going to give me x squared. Outer is going to give me 3x. Inner is going to give me 2x. And last is going to give me positive 6. This right here is the step that's hard in factoring. This is where the guess and check comes in. Because remember what I said. 2 plus 3 gets us to 5. We have to use the factors of that last constant term, that C term. Okay? So did we do it right? Yeah, we did. 3x plus 2x is giving me 5x. That's what we started with. We're good. Okay, so check that one off. It's your first factoring problem. Oh, no. All right, here we go again. Draw your set of parentheses. We know we're going to have x and x. That's at least some points, right? That's 1 point on the test. Okay, but now let's look at it. So I want to look at the factors of 10 that can get me to a negative 9. We have 1 and 10, 2 and 5. Is there anything else? Nope. Okay, well, 2 and 5. We can already eliminate that, right? So 5 plus 2 is going to be 7. 5 minus 2 is going to be 3, right? 2 and 5 can't get me there. What can get me there? 1 and 10. Okay, but here's the deal. This is negative, the middle term's negative, and the end is negative. So that means I'm going to have to multiply by a negative and a positive, okay, to get a negative final term. So I know I'm going to have a negative and a positive. How do I know that? Well, that final term gives it away, right? That final term is a dead giveaway. I'm going to have 1 negative, 1 positive, okay? Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. 2 negatives make a positive, and 2 positives multiplied together obviously makes a positive. Okay, this is kind of the steps and thought process of factoring that we need to start thinking about and doing our homework and not just photomathing homework. Okay. All right, now, how can 1 and 10 get me to -9? Well, we have 10 minus 1. So if I have a positive 10 minus 1, it gives me a positive 9. I don't want that. So what needs to be negative? The 10 does, right? -10 plus 1 is going to get me to -9. And that is the answer. This is the guess and check method. But I'm not into a lot of guesses. I'm into using our math knowledge to try to figure it out. I'm not into just plugging and chugging answers away. That's not how I foil and factor. Just not into it. Some teachers teach it like that. Some teachers teach an AC method. There's a lot of ways if you hop on YouTube. I like learning I like using our previous knowledge to understand what's going on with factoring. That makes it so much easier. Okay, it takes more time. It's a risk reward way to learn it. But if you can understand the process behind factoring, which is foiling, it will benefit you all throughout this chapter. And on the SAT, ACT, you name it, college. Okay, here we go. Next one. First step, draw your parentheses. No big deal. I'm going to have an X. I'm going to have an X. Let's look at the signs. I have a positive and a positive. So what does that mean about this? They both have to be positive. Okay, let's look at the factors of 12 that can get me to positive 8. We have 1 and 12. We have 3 and quattro. And then we have 6 and 2. All right, can 1 and 12 get me to 8? No. If they're both positive, no, they can't. 13, yeah. 1 plus 12 is 13. What about 3 and 4? Nope. Just 7, right? Okay, what about 6 and 2? Yeah. 6 plus 2 is going to get me to that positive 8. Is factoring that hard? No. Learning factoring, yes. But once we got it looped down, we're okay. Okay. Next one. Draw your parentheses. X and X, because I need the X squared. That's the easiest step. Now watch. These are the hard ones. I have a negative final term, so I know I'm going to need 1 positive, 1 negative, and I have a negative middle term. So what factors of 35? I'm not going to use 1 and 5 or 1 and 35. We're just automatically going to cross it off our brain. That can't get me to -2. So factors of 35, 5 and 7. Is there anything else? I got to sneeze when I'm trying to hold it in. Mind over matter. Is there anything else? I don't know. I know that's the answer. Okay. But we need to figure out which one's positive, which one's negative, though. If I'm trying to get to a -2, and I know 1 has to be positive, 1 has to be negative, here's where the guess and check could come in. Okay, let's throw a 5, or let me give you the wrong answer. Let's throw a positive 7, -5. What is positive 7 minus 5? A positive 2, right? Is that what I want? No, I don't want that. Erase it. I want a positive 5 and a -7. If your middle term is negative and your last term is negative, the greater factor is always going to be negative. If that clicks for you, great. If it doesn't, keep following the process. It might. I have positive 5 minus 7 gets me to that -2. All right. That's factored. Okay, here we go. Next one. This one's easy. They're both positive. Okay, let's look at factors of 20. I'm not going to write 1 and 20. You can't get me to 9. Okay, what about 10 and 2? 4 and 5. Okay, I know X and X. I know they're both going to be positive. How do I know that? Because the last one's positive and the middle one's positive. Does 10 plus 2 equal 12? No. So I want to use 4 and 5 here. Seems pretty easy to me. Let me know if it's not easy for you and we can work on it. Okay, here we go. A harder one. I have a negative and a negative. So we have our parentheses. x and x. Okay, what factors of 21 can give me a negative 4? 1 and 21, 3 and 7. Okay, one's got to be positive, one's got to be negative. How do I know that? Because the last term is negative. I need a positive times a negative for it to end up being negative. Okay, now, remember what I said. Okay, can 1 and 21 give me the negative 4? No, it's got to be 3 and 7. But remember what I just said on the last problem, or 2 problems ago. If the middle term is negative, your greater factor has to be negative. In this case, it's 7. Because watch, 3 minus 7 is going to give me negative 4. Now, if it's a positive 3, you would need, or a positive 4, sorry, the 7 would be positive because it's a bigger term, and the 3 would be negative. I hope that clicks for you. I really do. I mean, factoring's tough. How far do we want to go down here? I don't know. We can do 150. That looks fun. Okay, let's do 150. Okay, so we want factors of 150 that can get to us to positive 5. Remember, always start off with your x's and your parentheses. Okay, what are the factors of 150? Well, we're not going to use 1 and 150. Shocker. Okay, so what are some other ones? 150 divided by 5 is what? 30 and 5? Can 30 and 5 get me to 5? No, but we can write it. Okay, what about this? What's 150 divided by 15? Does it go into it? Okay, what about this? We got lucky. And it's good to write the factors out so you can see which ones aren't going to work and which ones could work, and then figure it out from there. Okay, I know right off the bat it's going to be 10 and 15. Why? Because I know through a combination of addition and subtraction, because guess what? One has to be positive and one has to be negative. Why? Because this last term is negative. I can get to positive 5. Okay, so remember what I said. I have a positive middle term here, and I'm going to use 10 and 15. So which one's a bigger factor? The bigger factor is going to be 15. So that's going to be my positive one because the middle term's positive, and my smaller factor is going to be 10. Positive 15 minus 10 gets me to positive 5. We'll do one of these funky ones. Not too bad, though. Okay, x and x, but what also do we need in our last terms? I'm not crazy about these funky ones, but it's okay. Okay, what else do we need? We have y squared in my last term here, so I'm going to need also y and y. God, the TV's up so low. Okay, so now I want to look for factors of 4 that can get me to positive 5. Guess what? These both are positive. So we have 2 and 2. We have 1 and 4. So I know I'm going to plus. Guess what? It's going to be 1 and 4 because what's 2 plus 2? It's only 4. I need to get to 5. So I'm going to positive 1y and plus 4y. Now when we FOIL, we get our original polynomial. I feel like I went quick. It's tough when you guys aren't like in front of me asking questions or goofing off or something for me to yell at you. Okay, so remember, ask questions if you need it. I'm not getting a lot of questions, also not getting a lot of homework turned in. It's tough. You're remote kiddos and you are almost done with school. Stay motivated. Okay, find a way. See ya. Peace.